All right, so good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. My name is Ainsley Murdoch. I'm the Client Relations Manager with LES, and I'm joined here by Tanner Watt, Municipal Energy Specialist.
Hey, everyone.
So Tanner and I work with the Ontario municipalities to align the key benefits of the municipal buying group, and we help our members receive cost savings on all their procurement requirements. So today's webinar, we will feature Staples Business Advantage, one of our programs offered under the Municipal Buying Group, where you can receive discounts on a wide variety of purchases, including office supplies, furniture, workplace safety equipment, and more. So before we get started, I'm going to address a couple of housekeeping items here. So we're going to address any questions at the end of the presentation, but feel free to ask any questions at any time using the Q&A box that is built into the Zoom platform at the bottom of your screen. So whenever you have a question, just use this tool to type in your question, and Tanner will speak to these questions at the end of the presentation, and our team from Staples Business Advantage will provide answers. And just a reminder, we will be hosting other webinars highlighting various programs under our municipal buying group in the near future. So next month, we have a webinar for Gasboy Fuel Management Program, which is scheduled for January 15th at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. So be on the lookout for the LIS watch files that are sent out weekly, as they include invites for upcoming webinars in the new year. So also to note, we will be recording this webinar and posting it on YouTube, and we'll be sending out an email to all participants with a link in the next few days, so you can look out for that as well. So now I'd like to introduce our Staples Business Advantage team. I'm joined here by Claudette Barton, Account Manager, and Kevin Krager, Sales Manager, who will outline the key benefits of the program.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Ainsley. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Perfect. Okay, thank you, and nice to meet everyone. So, yeah, my name is Kevin Krager. I'm a sales manager here, and I work with Claudette Barton, who is the account manager that supports the municipalities program. So, while Claudette and I are based in Alberta, we also have local teams in every province, so that we have a national scope and power as well as local support. So you'll see that theme throughout the presentation, but thank you very much for everyone's time to join us. We're going to go through a brief deck with about 15 slides, and then have a time to do a quick demonstration of eWay as well, which is our online ordering platform. So please ask questions, as Ainsley said, along the way, and we can deal with them at the end, or if they make sense during the presentation. I do have the presentation in slide presentation mode, so I can't see any questions. So Tanner, Ainsley, if there is anything that pops up, please just stop me and let me know. If not, I will get started. So our goal today is we're going to do an overview of the program and ourselves, so you get to know a little bit about our arm of Staples and the program and what we bring to the table, where there's some advantages and some customized processes that really help municipalities in Canada, as well as information on ordering, delivery, all sorts of fun things, and definitely time for questions at the end. So the big thing to note is we are Staples Business Advantage. We used to be Corporate Express Canada, so anyone that goes back about 10 years might remember Corporate Express. So we are now the Staples Business Advantage arm, and we serve municipalities, large national organizations, and just bring a few more tools to the table that staples.ca or the retail stores don't have access to. So we'll speak to the different arms of Staples as we go through the presentation as well. The program with LAS and municipalities across Canada is only available through Staples Business Advantage anyway. So some of the highlights of the program. So Staples Business Advantage uses totally different distribution centers, distribution networks than retail or Staples.ca. We're totally separate companies, which will be a theme throughout the presentation. We do have distribution centers all across Canada, and we've got a map coming up on the next slide to give you a sense for that. But what it allows us to do is provide great next business day delivery across most of Canada, and where it's not next day, it's still 2 or 3 days at the most to cover all of Canada. So we really pride ourselves on providing a great logistical network to support municipalities, so you can order as needed as much as possible. It helps with budgets, and it helps with obviously capital outlay, so you don't need to be ordering a month's worth at a time or skids of paper at a time. You can order as needed and on demand and still get the same great deals. We do have a team across Canada of Claudette at the center, as I mentioned earlier, supporting everyone and making sure the group program works well. But we also do have local representation in every province so that we are there to support locally and with local requirements. And in Ontario especially, we have multiple local people, depending Ontario being so large, there's people in different areas of Ontario. So it's not just one person sitting in Toronto. There are people all over Ontario that can help and support in local levels. And we do have product specialists. So behind every account manager is a team of product specialists, and they are specialists in furniture, technology, facilities, and print. And what they are is to provide that extra level of support, extra advice, extra guidance, extra solutions, really just there to support. And those specialists are in every province as well. We're going to touch on some of the highlights of the new pricing program that's available and how that works for LAS members to get the most out of the national buying power of all municipalities. And also, while still understanding what each municipality has unique needs, and while someone might use one green pen, somebody else might use an entirely different one. So how you can get the most out of the group program while also your unique requirements are taken care of. We're going to touch on eWay and show some of the tools that are on eWay, shopping lists being the most popular thing, but also order tracking, histories, even approval routing and controls that are available through eWay, and a giant product assortment of over 500,000 items. So we won't show you all the items we carry, but we sure carry a lot of things. So if there's something you're thinking you would benefit by having next day delivery on, let us know. We have traffic cones in some warehouses, and other ones we have safety things and all sorts of things. So a long way from office supplies in a lot of scenarios to make sure we support our clients. And there is, of course, lots of reporting options available. Automated monthly Excel reports to all sorts of procurement business reviews. So we really pride ourselves on reporting and transparency to really make it easy for municipalities to manage what they're ordering, who's ordering what, and control it, find cost savings, and make sure it's a really easy process. And a lot of those reports can be automated, so it's not something you have to ask for all the time and you just get and can manage easily. So the team. So this is the team that currently exists at a national level. And then, as I mentioned already, they've got local people in each market. Claudette, myself, we also have print and promotional, facilities, furniture, and technology. And we'll get into a little bit more into what they cover as well. In terms of understanding the Staples family, so we have retail stores that do a great job for retail products and walk-in consumers. We have staples.ca that is sort of like the delivery arm of the retail. It's a different product assortment, different pricing, totally different company. So it's just like it would be different from us to any competitor out there. We are entirely different than the staples.ca. And then you have us on the far right of your slide, and hopefully everyone can see the slides. We are eway.ca for ordering. And again, ours is really customized to the needs and requirements of large organizations, complex organizations for reporting and controls, and also for billing support. So a lot of these things requires higher level tools, and we have that all in place. And also the purchasing power is all through Staples Business Advantage on the right. So the family, again, just to kind of really reinforce this, because this is probably the most common area of confusion as you're starting with us, is that just think, are my orders going through eway.ca? And then you're great. If they're going through staples.ca or Staples Preferred or anything like that, you're not getting the National Group Municipal Program. Reach out to Claudette or Ainsley or Tanner, and we can help work together to fix that for you. But at the end of the day, the program only applies through eWay. We have probably 90% different items from staples.ca or Staples Retail. So we can also help you cross-reference those items. So if you're currently using a different arm of Staples or a different competitor, we can help you cross-reference those to our product codes and make sure it's a really easy transition and you don't have to put out any extra work to figure it out. We want to make it easy and as stress-free as possible. Fulfillment centers in Canada. So we currently have fulfillment centers all across Canada to really help us provide next business day delivery. The western side of Ontario is serviced out of our Winnipeg distribution center. We just built a brand new expanded one there a couple of years ago. And so they are currently handling the west of Ontario and Saskatchewan as well, because it's a really big center. And the rest, we also have, obviously, Mississauga is our head office and largest distribution center. And we also have an office in Kingston and an office in Boucherville that comes over and supports the kind of very, very Eastern Ontario office, very, very Eastern Ontario side, because the Boucherville one's also a large one. So we're going to provide next day delivery as much as we can across as much of Ontario as possible. A little about us on a sustainability strategy, so you kind of get to know a little more about Staples. Business Advantage, so nationally we are 9001, 14001 certified. So that's the quality and environmental standards. We are core certified in Alberta and the Maritimes, and we can certainly expand it. There hasn't been much interest in Ontario so far, but we are in the provinces where it applies. Every single year we publish an annual corporate sustainability report, and it's about a 30-page guide that touches on all the types of things we do for corporate sustainability, from diversity to recycling to all sorts of interesting things. So if that's an interest of your organization, or you want more information on what we're doing, it's posted on our website, or Claudette can certainly email it to you as well. Our sustainability strategy really focuses on making the sustainable items, whether they're environmentally certified or recycled, easy to order. So promoted on the website. If they're the same price, transitioning the original items away to the sustainable items. Easy to recycle, so our drivers will pick up toners from anyone and make sure they get recycled. They will also pick up our old shipping boxes and make sure those get recycled. Those are a big environmental footprint, so if you do order from us, just leave the delivery boxes folded up, and the driver will take them with each delivery. Easy to operate, so our website, as well as I think all of our buildings now, are bullfrog powered, so it's a sustainable energy approach. And definitely in our local communities, we also want to make sure that we have an impact locally. So we have national charities and national partners, but also local ones. And beyond that, we also support a program called with Tree Canada, where for small businesses in Canada, it doesn't apply to municipalities, but for small businesses, orders under $50 receive a $5 fee, and half that money goes to plant trees in Canada. So we've planted, I don't know, 400,000 or 500,000 trees in the last few years, and we continue to do that. So we just want to make sure we're making a positive impact. Some more information on Staples. So the most of LAS's locations will be next business day delivery. There's a few in the very north of Ontario that will be 2 or 3 days, but the majority, over 90%, are going to be next business day delivery. Our online order cutoff is 4 p.m. local time. So the billing and payment solutions are all centralized with LAS and the municipalities program. We do not handle billing whatsoever. So it's important to note that any billing, any invoice questions, those are all for the LAS to handle, and the municipalities program, we don't handle any of that. The local sales team, as I've already mentioned, we have teams in Ontario. Actually, it's our largest market, so we have the most people there all across Ontario. Paper catalog. So we do publish a catalog every year. It usually comes out around February. Our drivers will happily take and recycle the old ones. And certainly if you want copies of catalogs, you can order them online, reach out to Claudette. We can get you as many as you like. There's no cost. They're the big traditional office supply catalogs. And they're also available online as well. Throughout the year, we do have additional catalogs around technology and facilities that are printed as well as online. So again, if you ever want any of those, let us know. And I've already mentioned that our drivers will pick up the boxes and toner cartridges for recycling. We do have our brands of products. In the past, you would have seen a lot of Staples branded items. We are rolling out some new brands as well, such as True Red for office supplies and Perk for facilities. So we really do have a lot of house brand options that offer usually higher quality at still cost savings over national brands. So it can be a great thing to take advantage of. And a lot of our reporting and cost savings tools, we can analyze what you're ordering and suggest the cost savings items for you, which can be a great way to drive some municipal savings. Eco Easy is our environmentally friendly brand. I've already mentioned that about our distribution centers and our charities across Canada. So moving through to customer care. So we have a really large customer care team. They're all in Mississauga, actually. It's our customer care hub. There's, I think, at least 300 folks there these days, if not more. They can help with just about anything you need immediate help with. They're right there through email, phone, and even chat, which I'll show you when we do the online demo, has become a very popular way to contact customer care. And they're a great team. They're very experienced. Returns and special orders. So returns can be processed online with their customer care, and we'll do a bit of a demo on that as we get to the very end of the presentation. And we do have special orders as well. So we have 500,000 items online these days. Quite a few of those are actually special orders. When you place the order, it's shipped right from the manufacturer to you, which can be great for access to products, but it does add a couple extra days for delivery. And it will always note that. I've circled it down on the bottom right where it says delivery within 2 to 5 business days. So one of the nice things about eWay, and we'll show that in our demonstration, is that it's got real-time pricing and inventory. So you can always see what's available and what the timelines will be, and also see your real-time discounted prices, which can be easy too. Yeah. Copy paper. So this is a good SKU to write down. STP14336. That's our product code for the paper that is the best deal for municipalities. There's a lot of different kinds of copy paper and boxes of paper. And so we always like to take a pause and with so many options and so many product codes to say this is the best cost advantage. It is Canadian paper. It's made by Domtar here in Canada. It's really great paper, and it is SFI certified, but it is the best cost savings. So I would take a moment, just scribble that down. And certainly if you use different kinds of paper, different weights, brightnesses, let us know. We can get you some samples of this to try out, or certainly we have access to all sorts of other paper as well. This is our last slide before we jump into the demonstration. I don't like to ramble too much in these decks, but so again, as we mentioned, eway.ca is where all the orders go through. It has all sorts of things which we'll cover in the demo, from reviews and even the ability to order stamps and some print on it, frequent order sites. It's also got the ability to control approval routing. So you have the ability to set up approval routing through by dollar amount. So you can have someone place an order, someone else approve it. You could even have a step in between where someone adds a PO and then someone approves it. And approval routing can be done by product category, by order size. There's quite a few different criteria. So if there's something that you want that'll help you manage your business or control it better, reach out to us and we can brainstorm and we can probably do it. There's dozens of different options there to help. We also have the ability in eWay that if you're ordering say a pen, and there's a less expensive pen on the that's discounted for municipalities, it will actually pop up and offer you the chance to switch and save to that less expensive item. So automatically, it's always going to offer you what the best deal is, as long as the products are the same specs, basically. And we can even do reporting to tell you who clicked yes to save money and who clicked no. So it can be a way to recognize internal municipal staff that have gone out of their way to click yes and save some money, and how much they saved, and get some recognition, or perhaps coach some departments that could find some time to hit yes and save a bit more money too. We can do that same type of functionality for environmentally friendly things. So if you have a month that's really focused on the environment in your organization, we can switch to environmentally friendly items for a month and really promote that for a month as well. So lots of different things we can do to help and customize based on your needs. The biggest thing is to talk to us and let us know what those needs are, and we can make some suggestions and help. And now I'm going to jump into the demonstration. Is there any questions at this moment while I'm switching screens here? Okay, I'm going to share. Okay, I have switched to sharing my eWay login page, so hopefully everyone can see a Google Chrome screen of eWay with Staples Business Advantage in the top left corner. I assume everyone can by the silence. So what you're seeing, so with eWay, everyone requires a secure login. It's not a public site that anyone can log in. So if you don't have access to eWay, you definitely need to speak to Ainsley and Tanner and Claudette to get set up. And we'll get your access created. Once you log in, you're going to be looking at this screen. eWay has the ability that you can have access to multiple cost centers or locations to order for. There's actually going to be a drop-down right where it says Find Account here that would list all the locations. So if you happen to have access, need to order for 10 or 15 different sites in your municipality, or even cost centers in the same building, you can have a drop-down here that you can select whichever one you're ordering for. That can help with billing and reporting, of course. So we can have as many as you like linked to your profile. Every person that does ordering will have their own unique profile, and you can control which accounts they have access to as well. when you're logged in, you're going to see obviously all the product categories here, messages in the front. These headers across here that I'm going to go through as part of this demonstration. It would probably take us about 15 more minutes here. A cart here. Live help is the chat. And anything put into your cart, the nice thing with eWay is it stays in your cart, so things don't expire. So if you slowly add things to your shopping cart throughout the week and then hit submit at the end, they'll all be sitting there, which can be nice. So if there was anything in the cart, it would be showing right here. We do have the ability to switch to obviously French. And if there is anyone that needs French, we have French catalogs as well, and we can even set up certain accounts to link directly to our French speaking customer care in Boucherville. So we can definitely support bilingual solutions as well. So I'm going to go across here. I'll start with the help and the kind of less fun things and end with the shopping cart. So under help, we do have different ways to contact us. So obviously you can contact us online, customer care through chat if you like, email. Technical support is more for if you're having kind of browser issues. It's typically just clearing out cookies on Google Chrome and it works well. Or of course phoning in to Mississauga there. We do have all of our SDS sheets, so safety data sheets are posted online for all of our products. So if you ever need access to those, we keep them online so they're always current and linked to the products. If there is any recalls, they're posted here. We are certified for selling food with Health Canada, so there has to be a recall information process. And our help center, which is the best part. I'm just going to make sure it loads for everyone on the screen here. So hopefully everyone can see it. So it does have a bunch of general frequently asked questions, troubleshooting. But the explainer videos are usually the most popular area. And so what these are is this is every part of eWay, every little area in eWay. If anyone's shy to ask questions, it's got quick little videos. They're informative. And they also have quick reference guides next to each thing. So if there's a certain part of eWay that you're having problems with or you wonder about and you're not comfortable asking us, again, please ask us first. We're really happy to help, and Claudette's very friendly and will help. But certainly if you prefer to just look at your own answers, everything's here. There's a video for everything, and there's a quick reference guide, a little PDF sheet that you can download as well. So it gives you kind of a quick access to all the types of tools you might want to have. We do have the ability in eWay to set up super users that have some administrative abilities to set up users and control users a bit. So we do like to train those folks a bit more just to make sure they're comfortable, but we do have that functionality as well. Into account. So within your account, you have the ability to change your profile, update your password. Because eWay is a compliant site, it is one of those websites where every 3 or 4 months your password does need to be updated. We supply everything from the federal government to all sorts of secure things. So we do require that, and it definitely it's good for municipalities as well to have those passwords stay safe and current. So they do need to be reset from time to time, and it'll prompt you when that's needed. Under orders, we have the ability to do returns. I'll let the screen load. So lots of folks like to do returns online, which is great, and that's the most common way you can. Of course, phone in or email in, so that definitely don't feel pressured to do it online if you're not comfortable. It's always going to prompt you to what account you've placed the order on. Would you like to return part of an order, an entire order, or if you've got a whole bunch of empty things for recycling, let us know, and a driver will come get those. If you happen to have sent the order to a different office or location, you can put it in here. And how do you want us to contact you to confirm we got this request? And the return is usually picked up within a couple days with the next delivery, or 2 or 3 days if there's hasn't been a delivery. We have the ability of course, we've got 500,000 things on eWay, but we can also do special orders. And special orders will go to our sourcing team, and they'll hunt down the item. Go ahead and try and stump them. We've supplied hospital beds across Canada, so they're pretty good at finding access to things that you need. So we want to make sure that we're that kind of one source supply to help you out. You can also order stamps 2 different ways. I won't go into the demonstration on that, but we have the ability to either do a PDF form where you can stamp an existing stamp and kind of fill out an order form and send it in, or you can design them yourself online. it's kind of a standard website for designing stamps and build your own stamps. So we have two different ways to do stamps. Templates, so we have the ability to set up templates on, and these tend to be orders that are the exact same items and exact same quantity. So oftentimes a new hire kit, so if you've got a certain supplies that you always order when there's a new person hired, you can create a template for that, and then you just click on it and hit submit, and it's automatically there. If you do think you might use templates, let us know and we'll walk you through that, how to do it, or we can even create them for you. Again, we don't want to create work here, so any of these types of things you think might be helpful, we can help you do them as well. We do have the ability, so on eWay, our back order dates are right from the suppliers and manufacturers. So they do change from time to time because it's a live feed. So if there is any back order items you've selected, it lists all the back order items here and their current date. With so many items in our warehouses, definitely reach out to us if you've got an item that's mission critical for an important meeting or event. Odds are we have something nearly identical in our warehouse that we could substitute if it is on back order. So definitely let us know. But this is how you track your back orders. We also have the ability to have submitted orders. So every order you've submitted, obviously this is pretty common nowadays in e-commerce, you can click on a copy of your submitted order. You can see what you've submitted. You can reorder the items really easily from there. And you can also see the tracking information. So it'll always have the POD for who signed for it. And if it hasn't been signed for and delivered yet, where it is in its path to get to you. So similar to what you might expect in other large e-commerce sites where you can track your orders and know where they are, you can do that here as well through submitted orders. We have a relatively new function called group orders. And what that is the ability to send out a temporary shopping cart to a department, and then they put items in. And on a certain due date, it comes back to whoever created the cart to finally review the items, modify them, and then submit them. So it replaces the old-fashioned sending an email out saying, I'm ordering office supplies on Wednesday, what do you need? You get back, I need some highlighters, you email what color, what type, back and forth 10 times, and then you eventually do that with a dozen people and compile an order together, which can be a lot of work. This way, it sends out a controlled shopping cart for those people to put their own items into one, collects it all into one big list on the set due date, and then whoever created it gets to have a final kind of review and edit of it before submitting it. So if that's something that your department or area does, there's a really great video in that help section that walks through it. I won't make everyone watch it now because it's about 5 minutes, but it's been really popular for the people that do that process of that email out, I'm ordering supplies. So if you know that, then you'll appreciate that tool. In shopping, we have rebates and offers. So I'm sure lots of folks are familiar with the staples.ca or retail flyers and coupons. We have our own, so none of those apply. Again, we're totally separate companies. We have our own rebates and coupons and offers and flyers that come out every month that are just related only to Staples Business Advantage. We post all them here, and you can certainly join the mailing list. All the catalogs are posted here as well. You can kind of get a sense of the picture of some of the different flyers that are out right now, as well as the catalogs. You can view these live online or just ask us and we'll send you them. So we're moving into shopping carts and shopping lists and carts, which is the last part and by far the best part. So this is where the majority of our, I would say, our clients get the most benefit. So what shopping lists is having 500,000 items, it can be overwhelming. And what shopping lists are is they're common lists of items that you can share those lists with other people, and you can order right from the list. So you don't have to hunt around and find different items. So as an example, we'll go into, this is an older list for first aid, and we'll just show you what it looks like. So it's got a list of different items. And so if you can just select the quantity you need from these items, hit add selected, and then go right into your shopping cart. So we'll select 2 here, and then we will add them. So they're right into our shopping cart now. And so shopping lists can be created on a global level so everyone sees them. And we maintain certain municipality ones kind of across Canada of the most popular items. But you can also have private ones. And private ones we can help you create or you can build yourself. And what those are is they're just for you, and you can share them amongst just your department. So you control who has access to them. So if you have a list of common items that you order all the time and you're going on holidays and Claudette's in your department's covering for you, you can share that shopping list with Claudette so she knows what items to go and order from, which can be really handy for municipalities to really standardize on what they want to order the most of, and to make sure that the items in those lists are the most cost effective that they want. So we're going to create a quick list here, and we'll show you how that process looks like, and then we'll put some items into those lists and kind of get a sense for the shopping cart. So LAS list. So you pick your name. This is where you pick whether it's a personal list or a global list. In this case, we'll create a personal list. We will save it, and now we can add items to it. So we're going to add our box of paper to it. So that item's been added. You can add a whole bunch of items, or you can email Claudette and I, and we can do it for you. Again, we don't want to create work. We're here to help. Sometimes it can be nice to have your own list that you can slowly build. And so now we have an LAS list with an item on it that we can order from, and we can slowly build to it. So we'll give you an idea what happens. So if we type in green pen, we get 343 options. That's a lot of green pens to pick from. And odds are your end users will log in and pick any of these different pens. We want to make sure they make the most cost-effective choice and help you standardize really on what you want the most. So if we've scanned through these items and we've decided, you know what, this is the best one, we're going to order this one the most. We'll click on it. So when you click on an item, you get the picture, you can zoom in on it. You can see that 12 equal a box. So any item will always give you the alternate ordering formats. If you just want to order a box, you click add to cart and it'll add 12, obviously. If there's different colors, the SDS sheet, alternate product code. So we do try to help a bit with the cross-referencing from our competitors so that you can search by their product codes as much as we can. That's a big process to keep up with 500,000 items, but we do have those codes in there. Any descriptions, specifications, warranty, and if there was any reviews that people posted, they're also listed here. And what you have the ability, so if you've decided this is the pen that we're going to use all the time, I can go and add this right to the LAS list right now. So now I've added that pen on my LAS shopping list. So as you're kind of looking around eWay, you have the ability to keep building your list, or you see items you're ordering a lot. If accounting is going to use orange file folders in 2020, you could find the one you want and add it to your list, and really get people standardized that way. We're also going to show you what happens if you order a whole bunch. So say we wanted to order just about 9,000 of these green pens. So we've added all these pens to our shopping cart. So before I go to the shopping cart, I'll go back to shopping list and just show what it looks like one last time. So now we have 2 items in our LAS shopping list that we've been building, and you have the ability to share this with any of the users you want in your municipality. So we'll go to our shopping cart. So when I'm in my shopping cart, it's got a few different items that we've been adding as we've been looking around here. And here's our green pens that we've added. So I tried to order 9,000. It says 213 will be delivered to me tomorrow. The other 8,600 will be delivered on the 23rd. So that's the expected date from Zebra for the rest of these green pens. And these other ones ship. We ordered 5. All 5 are being delivered. We ordered one. That makes sense. We have the ability to do line notes. So these are notes that go on the packing slip for each item. So you can, these are notes just for more, so you know who the items are for. You can make little notes in here. These notes don't go to us. We don't get to see them. It's just for your reference on the items. When you are in your shopping cart, if you've got items you know you want to order, you can add them right here. You can add a whole bunch of items at once. If it's kind of an old-fashioned format where you like to print your shopping cart and have it approved instead of going through the online approvals, you can print it. If this is an order we're going to order all the time, I could save as a template. Or if I really liked all these items, I could add them again to my LAS shopping list here, and they would all go onto my LAS shopping list. It will have suggestions of other similar items, or in this case, we were ordering a label maker. It suggested label cartridge, obviously. They go together. And then we're going to go to checkout here. So if we go to checkout, it's going to have the delivery information. So again, it's going to verify where this is going. It'll give you a chance to put any delivery instructions you need here. These pop up, all our drivers use POD devices, electronics, so that'll pop up when the driver's at your facility. So if you're having this delivered to your building in Mississauga and you actually want it delivered to something in, say, Ottawa, the driver's not going to see that note till he gets there. So use this more for delivery notes like, please put the paper away on the second floor, as opposed to a totally different address, because the driver won't see it till he's standing there at the wrong address. Our drivers are happy to help them put paper away in different locations, and there's some of the heavier stuff and help with that. So just put the notes in there. Obviously all the billing is already set up, so it just goes straight through. It's going to give you one last review. So it's going to have who's ordering it. If you want to put a PO number in, you have the ability to put that in right here. POs can be set up as optional or mandatory. So if you're an organization that requires PO numbers, just let us know, and we can make sure your account's set up that it has to have a PO number before an order can be submitted. It's going to have one more summary of the account, or of the what's in the shopping cart. If there's any promotions, obviously it's giving us, it's prompting us that there's promotions we can take advantage of. So we really want to make it easy through switch to save, to prompt you if there's less expensive items, if there's sale items, to prompt you if there's sales. So we want to make it easy for you to save the most and make the process really easy to get the overall best value. And so in terms of value and discounted programs, so across Canada, we have a municipality pricing program. So it provides on 500,000 items a great deal on everything. And then we also have customized lists for each municipality to make sure that what their unique needs are. With 500,000 items, typical municipalities might only order 200 or 300 of those. We want to make sure that the 200 or 300 that really matter for your unique municipality are taken care of as well. So within that national program, we also build little custom programs. So you get the best of the national program and your unique needs as well. So that's where it's really important to talk to us and let us make sure we take care of your unique needs. There are other programs with other organizations in Ontario, like OECM, that have a different model. And certainly there's benefits to those, and there's benefits to ours. And we want to make sure that you get the best value and the best deal for what your municipality needs. And ours is really built on that customizing to just your specific needs versus forcing the kind of group cookie cutter fit on top of you. But yeah, that's where we want to interact with you the most. So we'll oftentimes ask you what you're currently ordering, and then look to do a bit of a cross-reference to help you and guide you towards where the best savings are and the best options are. I'm not going to submit this, so I don't order the town of Stettler in Alberta $25,000 in green pens. So I'll go back to our shopping page. And that is the end of the demonstration. I know I went fairly quick here, but I want to respect everyone's time. Is there any questions that have came in? I can't see this question screen, so I will stop sharing now and I guess open it up for discussion and questions, and anything from Tanner and Ainsley.
Hey all, it's Tanner here. We've got a few questions that have come in already.
Awesome.
So the first one is, we're already ordering through eway.ca. Are we automatically part of the LAS program?
So the answer is no. There is definitely different programs available for municipalities with so many different programs you can piggyback on. There is lots of different ones. So no, you're not automatically moved whatsoever. It's up to everyone to make their own decisions. The only exception is you can't be part of multiple you can't be part of multiple ones. You can just have one account. So we can definitely sit down and talk to you and see which one is the most advantageous for you. But it's just one program.
Okay, next one is we have a contract with Staples through the Halton Cooperative Purchasing Group. So
Yep.
not sure if it's Staples Retail or Staples Business Advantage. Is there any advantage to go through LAS versus OECM or the Ministry of Government Services contract?
Perfect. So yeah, similar question. The Halton Co-op is with Staples Business Advantage, and again, with so many different options to piggyback, and definitely in Ontario, there's the most options. I can't speak to your unique municipality's needs to know if it's what's advantageous for you without sitting down with you and saying what do you use the most of. There's good. At the end of the day, the LAS program is a terrific, very large program across Canada, but it really depends on what your unique items are. So as a whole, I'm very confident that the LAS program, if you looked at 100% of the items you bought, would provide a great value. But again, I need to step back and ask exactly what you use. So sit down, talk to us, and we'll analyze all those different options you've got and give you an idea on what's the best one.
Okay. Is there
and we see that, we see that in most provinces across Canada, that there's the provincial programs, there's buying group programs, and there's municipality programs. And it's really about which one fits your unique needs the most. And we really got this one tailored to municipality needs versus education needs versus government needs on a provincial level to the more smaller municipality level. So yeah, we'll report on what's the best for you if you want to engage with us.
Okay, so is there a client-supplier agreement that we need to sign as the OEMC or MGS requires before we can start utilizing this program?
I'll let Tanner, can you, that would be between the LAS and the member.
Yeah, so from the LAS side, you have just a letter of understanding that just describes which programs in the municipal group purchasing program you wish to participate in, but in order to set up an UA account and start to get pricing and that kind of thing, there isn't any sort of a contract that needs to be signed. Okay, next question. Is there a rebate similar to the regular volume rebates through the OECM program?
That would be between LAS. I don't believe so. We've tried to put our very best foot forward to get the best, the lowest cost on your overall basket of goods right up front. But yeah, nothing. I don't believe so. I believe we put our best foot forward.
Yeah, one of the things that LAS tries to do when we set up a program is to make sure that everybody gets the same pricing. So a little township is paying the same for their paper as a large city. So we try to do an overall discount rather than volume where we can.
Yeah, and we've really seen the market move that way too, Tanner, that you want the best price up front because then there's less end user noise. With so much ability to shop online, we see procurement departments oftentimes inundated with end users sending screenshots of what they found at an Amazon or wherever, and it's better to have the best price up front.
All right, next question. Can you set up approvals so that if different departments are ordering supplies, one person can approve to ensure the $50 order limit is reached to not pay delivery charges?
So two parts to that. So yes, absolutely we can. And B, there is no delivery charges for the municipalities. They're exempt from it just due to their purchasing power. So there is no, there's no $50 limit. But we can set up approval routing certainly any way you do. It can be by department going to multiple people. The only exception to approval routing is it can't loop back on itself. So Claudette can't place an order and have it come to me for approval and then have my approval then go back to Claudette for final approval. It just can't loop back on itself. As long as it's a straight line, we've got organizations that have 100 departments and each one goes to 100 different people, and then all of those 100 people go to one person for a Pio number at the end. So anything's possible.
Okay. Are there other municipalities that are part of this buying program, particularly for the Staples contract?
Across Canada, we have about $4.5 million worth of annual spend in just office supplies for municipalities in I want to say every single province except Quebec right now. We have active members in, large ones. So Quebec's the only exception at the moment.
Okay, and I know for the Ontario side, we just processed our first batch of invoices the other day, and there were 7 municipalities that have already put in orders through the Staples program with LAS.
Yep.
And are there minutes that will be distributed for this meeting, including the Q&A session? We will send out a video recording of the webinar. That'll have all the Q&A. Since we're not typing answers to the questions, there won't be the answer part of for Q&A. And I believe, Kevin, we can also send out a copy of your slide deck.
Yep.
If that works for you.
Yep.
And that'll have the information.
Yeah, we'll send you one later today, Tanner. I saw one typo as I went through, so I'll clean that up before it gets sent out.
Perfect.
That's on me. Sorry about that.
Okay, so that was the last question that's popped up on our system so far. So I think we can wrap it up there.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. We do these quite often, and I must say this is the best attended one we've done in many, many months. So thank you for everyone's time and attention. We really appreciate it.
Well, yeah, thank you, Kevin, for going over all this. This is really informative. And for everybody who's listening, feel free to reach out to Tanner, myself, Claudette, or Kevin if you have any questions about the program, and we're here to help you. So yeah, thanks again for the presentation, and thank you all for joining us here today. So remember, Tanner and myself are here to answer any questions about the entire municipal buying group. So feel free to reach out to us, and we look forward to meeting your municipality in the near future. So thanks, everyone, and have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.